Your hands are probably going to be about shoulder width apart. Just find something comfortable. Biggest mistakes people make here are to internally rotate the hands and potentially put a lot of strain on the shoulder. So you want to just get that shoulder into a nice neutral position, and you want to watch out that your butt's not back here. It's not wrong to do a push-up here. This is just a very modified version. You're taking away a lot of the weight in the upper body, and the purpose is to bring the weight into the upper body. That's what you're working against to make you stronger. So you're going to inhale as you go down, just bending at the elbow, and then exhale like you're blowing the floor away. Inhale to come down, exhale like you're blowing the floor away. If you wanted to make it harder, you would take it off of the knees. Same thing, bending the elbows, exhale, drawing the abdominals in and coming up. Now, the wider your legs are here, the easier it's going to be to balance. So if you wanted to challenge the stability, you could glue the legs in.
Squat down by bending your hips back, allowing your knees to come forward slightly. Keep your back straight and knees pointed in the same direction as your feet. Descend until your thighs are at or just below parallel to the floor. Pushing through your heels, extend your knees and hips until you return to the starting position, with your glutes and core clenched. Repeat for the recommended number of reps.
Form a row by squeezing those shoulder blades together, elbows drive to the back, and then release it back down. It's really crucial that when you're doing this exercise that you use the entire length of the rep. So from all the way from the top, all the way to the bottom, and really squeezing through the shoulder blades. So that is a narrow row. That's the first row I'm gonna have her demonstrate. The next one is we're gonna go to a wide arm row. So notice how she's rotated out, knuckles are forward, still maintaining that beautiful length in her spine. Go ahead and give me a row, squeezing the shoulder blades and coming back down. So just by shifting where her hands are, it's gonna change the muscles that you're targeting. So you're still working the upper back, but just different fibers. Finish up one last row, squeeze to the top and release. And from here, Lisa, go ahead and just stand back up, driving up through the hips, lifting long. That was fantastic.
So what you want to do, you're going to place your hands together, shoulders rolled back, keeping that chest nice and open. I'm going to sweep my leg onto one side. Notice how my toes are still facing forward. And then I'm simply going to lunge down. Notice how this leg is straight. My toes are tracking forward. My butt is back, my chest is opening forward. Now when I get up, I'm going to lift up, keeping that leg straight. Might feel a little bit tricky when you start in the beginning, but try the best that you can and you will totally work your inner thighs and they will be on fire. So beginners, you probably want to just stay a little bit higher. As you get stronger, you can come low and then lift all the way back up.
Welcome to John Gary TV and the move of the day. Today we are working with dumbbells to do a fitness exercise called bicep curl to overhead press. I love complex movements because they are very time efficient. So if you're short on time, this one's gonna get the guns and the shoulders. So we start with a bicep curl, then we rotate and press overhead. Come back down, rotate, and come back down through. You can exhale all the way up through, inhale down. I'm having an athletic stance. I'm trying to keep my body from swaying forward and back as I do the exercise.
You're going to start with your body bar or dumbbells or barbell, whatever you're going to use. Make sure it's a little heavier than this. This is what we're using to demonstrate with. Your hands should be about shoulder width apart. Make sure the shoulders are rolled back, nice and tight, feet together, legs straight. And you bend over and come up. Bending over and coming up. Now you're only going to go over as far as you can stretch. So I'm not the most flexible person, so that's as far as I'm going without straining myself. And come up. Make sure that the legs stay straight, the arms stay straight, and you kind of want to let the barbell hang so that the weight is pulling you down. Coming down and back up.
So what I'm going to do is lie out, back flat on the ball, hands behind the head, or you can even bring your hands in front of you if you feel more comfortable with balance that way. It's a little bit easier on the balance. I'm going to execute it with my hands behind the head, okay? And I'm going to push down into the ball so it rolls with me as I twist. Okay, I'm going to repeat opposite side. And notice I just turn my elbows slightly to my obliques. Keep that chin high so you're not straining the neck. Okay, so you want to keep going, do high repetitions until you really feel those obliques working. But make sure you keep the lower back down. You're not arching that back. So keep that spine nice and flat inside the ball.
From here, we're going to make sure that our feet are stabilizing us. So think about pushing into the ground with our toes. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our head is in alignment, our shoulders are in alignment. And then what you're going to do initially is we're going to use the ball for assist. So think about squeezing your butt, squeezing your legs, make sure that everything is nice and straight. And then from here, you're just going to go ahead and lift up your chest. You're going to use those little low back muscles to create the movement. And then you're going to push up, squeeze your butt. Make sure that you're squeezing your butt and your stomach as you come up. Keep everything engaged from the lower body as well too to protect yourself. And then if you want a little bit more resistance and stability, you can go ahead and lift up. Put your hands on top of your head. Lift up from there. Okay. So you want to do about 10 reps of those. Hold for about 10 seconds. And 3 sets of that.